Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall. I'm just barely getting this out on the regularly scheduled Wednesday, just a little bit later in the day. I apologize. It's been a hectic week, but that happens. But we made it. We made it. So, subject of this week's video is something I've been wanting to do for a while, but just haven't gotten around to it. We're going to be taking a look at this camcorder. This is the JVC GR-D250U. Now, what's special about this camera is that I got it new, or this model, I got it new in 2005. And this was the camera that I recorded my first YouTube videos on. This was my main camera from 2005 to 2010 when, for Christmas that year, I got my first HD-capable memory card camera. Now, this isn't the original one I got back in 2005. I actually got this one in 2020, about 3 years ago. I was getting into the video conversion business, still am, and I needed a camera to digitize mini DV tapes with for people, which no one's come to me with any mini DV tapes yet, but it's here if that day ever comes. And I decided, since this was a good price, it came with everything, and it was the camera that I used from 2005 to 2010, I might as well get this one. I bought it off eBay, probably for about $80. The original came from Circuit City, where service is state-of-the-art, in the summer of 2005. And I kept it until 2011 when I gave it to a friend of mine for her birthday. She had never had a camcorder before, so I let her have it. But this one is identical in every way to that camera, and it works perfectly. Little history behind this camera. The reason I got it was because in 2003 I had bought another mini DV camcorder, also from JVC, a slightly older model than this, also from Circuit City. It was very problematic, unfortunately. It one day in I think it was 2004, the spring of 2004, I had a tape get stuck in it, so I had to take it to Circuit City, to their service center, and they sent it off to some big service center in Atlanta, where they replaced the tape mechanism. And ever since then, the camera never really worked right. I would get constant audio dropouts and glitches in the video. And I kept taking it back to Circuit City, having them repair it under warranty. And finally, it got to a point where they say, you know what, we give up. We're just going to give you a new camera that's similar to this one. And so that's how I came about this camera. I actually got it for free back in 2005. And I remember having some similar issues as well the first year or so, but with this camera, with the audio dropping out. It must just be a problem with these 2000s JVC mini DV cameras, but for most of the time I never had nearly as many issues, and the video quality was better compared to the one I had before. And as I said, this recorded some of my very first YouTube videos. I think I first used it back in 2008 for YouTube, with probably, if I had to guess, my Carolina Circle Mall restroom sign. I think that might have been the first video I did with this camera for YouTube. But anyway, this camera got a lot of use, especially on YouTube, and it was a trooper. Funny story, when I was using this camera for YouTube, I would actually reuse the exact same tape, and that tape lasted for a couple of years. I think I used it from 2009 into 2010 till I got my new camera, the HD one, and I would just record over it after I'd transfer it to the computer and upload it to YouTube. So yeah, I had a lot of tape degradation over that time. And as much as I love these little pieces of old technology, I am a bit spoiled by SD cards now, I will say. Alright, we'll now take a closer look. Still has the original sticker on the side. My original had that as well. 25x optical zoom, a data battery, which still works after all these years. LCD, power linked operation. And that's the LCD screen that pops out. Here's the aforementioned battery, a viewfinder, which isn't all that great. And when you pull this off, you get a plug for your charger, a AV out, and mini DV for connection to a computer. And believe me, that got tons and tons of use. As a matter of fact, there was one video I did back in 2009. It was a video of my first custom-built computer. I didn't have any tapes I could use at the time, so I just took this camera and hooked it up to my laptop at the time that had a FireWire port and just recorded straight to the laptop. It was very shoddy, but it worked. And on the other side, we get our controls for auto, manual, off, and playback. And here's the front. I'll take the lens cover off so you can see it. 800x digital zoom. It's like it has stereo microphones. And up here, we get a volume control / zoom control. This camera also takes digital photos, which you take with that button there. The quality is not good. And down here is the tape mechanism where you load and eject tapes. And there's all the model info if you care about that. When I bought this camera off eBay a few years ago, it came with the original box and documentation. I think I remember keeping this box as well on my original. You know, I eventually threw it away. And in here we have the AV cable along with the neck strap, which has never been used. As a matter of fact, I don't use it as much anymore because the quality isn't as good as my smartphone, but my regular camcorder, I'm actually using the neck strap that came with the original JVC camera. So it's lived on for use on this one after all these years. A really, really long FireWire cable. This didn't come with it. This is something I keep in here for whenever I need it. Our instruction booklet. I think it comes in several languages. And warranty stuff. Do not attempt to service the product yourself. Sounds like a challenge. I think JVC used this warranty thing for years. This looks like it's the one for Canada, actually. Oh yeah, I remember this. I can find the one in English. You get a little comic book telling you what to do about dirty video heads. It's entertaining. And I think this must be who sold this camera to the original owner, a place called the Camera Company in Norwood, Massachusetts. And we even got the registration card. Okay, we'll go ahead and demonstrate this in action. First thing you do is you got to put a tape in it, and there already is one, but let's just assume there's not. We'll go ahead and open this. And there's the tape. This actually came with this camera. It was brand new. I've already recorded some stuff on here that I will include in this video. And you push it here, and it will load. And we can shut that. I've already got it on record mode. Take the lens cap off and we'll pop the screen open. There we go. Here's our camera view here. And here's all our settings. I love the sound effects this camera has. Brings back a lot of memories. Yes, this could technically do wide mode. I remember doing that for a short time in 2010 for some of my YouTube videos, but it was a artificial widescreen. It would just stretch the image. This is a 4x3 camera, so I don't recommend using that on here. And you can reset it to factory settings if you like. Apparently it came with a remote, but I didn't get it with this one. And it still takes the right time and date. Sadly, this is my only functional older type camcorder. My RCA VHS camcorder from 1990 is completely dead. It has bad capacitors. My VHS-C JVC from 1996, viewfinder no longer works, so this is the oldest camera I have that still works, and it's from the 2000s. That's kind of depressing. Okay, so now let's transfer the tape that's in here to a computer so we can include it in this video so you guys can see how the video quality is on this thing. Okay, I got my Dell Latitude D630 out. I'm running Windows XP. This is the operating system I normally use when transferring mini DV tapes, because it's just a little extra compatible. Already got the FireWire connected to this side. We just need to connect this in to the camera. And this was the big thing I loved about mini DV, was being able to transfer it to the computer. The only thing that always disappointed me about this camera was that it didn't have a composite input. So you could, let's say, hook a VCR up to it and transfer an old VHS tape to this, and then transfer the mini DV to the computer, which is what a lot of people did to digitize videotapes back in the day, but unfortunately this was never capable of that. But I now have a more appropriate capture card for doing that task, so that doesn't worry me anymore. Alright, we'll go ahead and switch it to playback mode. And we will connect the FireWire cable. And hopefully it'll work. Some computers don't like it, but this one seems to. Although it does concern me that the new hardware wizard came up, because that means it doesn't know what to do with it. And yeah, it has no clue what this camera is. This worked before. Of course, I never tried it on this computer. We may have to switch to another laptop in order to do this, it looks like. Okay, I grabbed another XP laptop. This is the Dell XPS M1210. Now I know this camera will work on here because I've used it on here before to transfer DV tapes, so let's give this another shot. And it works right away. And of course, I hate to admit this, but the program I used to always use for transferring these videos was indeed Windows Movie Maker, and that's what we'll be using again today. Okay, what shall we name this video? We'll name it JVC 2023. And we'll save it to my videos. We'll do high quality at 720 by 480, 30 FPS. And we'll do a manual capture, and we'll do a preview. And right here we can control the camera. So it looks like I recorded 6 minutes and 43 seconds of video today. I'll go ahead and rewind it. All right, it's all rewound. Now we can start capturing. And there's a video I recorded earlier, and it looks like it came out okay. So I'll go ahead and let it do its thing. Okay, it's done capturing, so we will tell it to stop. And we'll click finish, and it will automatically add it to our timeline, or our collection, I mean, on Windows Movie Maker. Yes, I know Windows Movie Maker seems kind of silly, but believe me, a lot of people, including myself, used this back then because it was all we could afford. And we can play back the video. Okay, I hope this is recording. And it recorded and captured just fine. So what I'll do now is I'll copy this over to my main computer so I can add it to this video you're watching now, so you can see firsthand the video quality of this camera. Okay, I hope this is recording. This is the what's called the Gemein House. This is at my church. This is a replica of our first church building from 1780, which was originally down the road. This replica was built back in the 2000s. Of course, this is the current church, which has looked roughly the same since I was a kid. Test the zoom out on here. Camera always had a pretty decent zoom on it. Here at the local park in my town. Don't know if that squirrel's coming out. I can't see the screen. That's was always a big downside of this camera. You could never see the screen on it. Look at the trees there. There's a little stream right here. see if we can jump over this. It was more like stepping over it. And there's the other side of it. I can't believe this camera's still working in 2023. But it is. And here's my new car, a 2015 Honda Accord. I wanted to get this on this camera. Need to clean those wheels. Okay, now we're in downtown Kernersville. This is the town I'm currently living in. Typical southern small town. Put a big Moravian star up there on that building every year at Christmas time. A small version of that. Taking the dog for a walk. That's a good girl. That's a good melody. Okay, we're back home. Get a shot of the computer stuff. There's the 822. And of course the corner Packard bell, can't forget it. My Legend 1540 Supreme. Gateway 2000 P590. Legend 130 CD Supreme. My streaming area, along which contains my Ultimate 9X machine and my XP machine. And of course my main computer. And here's my box software collection. Okay, just wanted to test a self shot on this camera. Hello everyone. It's been a while since I've been on it's been a while since I've had my face on this particular camera. Of course, even though this is not the original one, it's still the same model and it's close enough. So anyway, let's head back to a more modern camera device, that being my smartphone, which I think I just got a spam call on. What a surprise. And that's our look at the JVC Camcorder. As you can see in that video we took on it, like many other consumer camcorders, even comparable today, it doesn't do too good in low light, so that's unfortunate, but still a nice little camera, especially for something from 2005, and especially considering that it still works after 18 years. And by the way, one of the big reasons I bought this camera wasn't only just to digitize other people's mini DV tapes, but also to digitize my mini DV tapes that I took when I was a teenager and in my early YouTube career. So, I will close this video with a clip show of some of those videos I took back then on the original version of this camera. Until next time, this is Billy Core, signing off.
How's your new camera coming along?
Good.
The light comes on automatically.
I think so.
I didn't think it was that dark in here. That need to. Apparently that's good. The other one, you had to put the light on yourself when you wanted it.
But my old one
Yeah.
didn't have a light.
No light at all?
Well, it had something on there called Night Alive, but it would make the picture go slowly.
Oh, okay. Well, this should be perfect then.
In the hospital variety show, I'm gonna knock them dead. Once they see my sinuous writhing body writhing sinuously around the stage, they're gonna shout out, "You know what? That girl, she's perfect for the part of that nurse."
We're now going to start taking commercials from this VCR. It's this VCR from 1994 for Back to the Future the Second. Error number 1. Wait, press the stop button until you wait at least about 4 or 5 seconds. There we go. We'll stick this tape in. Okay, now first. Get ready to start. Fast forward for the Rugrats first. Hello, this is Billy Core from homeofcarolinacirclemall.com, and today I would like to show you one of my all-time favorite collectible. And it's, believe it or not, a Carolina Circle Mall restroom sign that I bought off eBay a couple of years ago. Getting the sign was an adventure in itself. I bought it back in July of 2006, and I had to go all the way down to China Grove, North Carolina to pick it up. That's located between Salisbury and Concord. As you can see, this sign is from the carousel era, because you can see the circle crescent right there. I believe this sign was located in between Belk's and the carousel / food court. Back out a good view of this. The back of the sign is pretty much identical to the front, as you can see here, except the back of it, the arrow is pointing left instead of right. Let me see if we can get there's a little bit of it. I don't want to mess with it too much. I might knock it down, and that's something I do not want to do. Well, thank you for watching this. Hope I didn't bore you to death, but don't forget, visit homeofcarolinacirclemall.com for more just like this. This is Billy Core signing off. Hello, this is Billy Core from homeofcarolinacirclemall.com, and tonight I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm not going to talk about Carolina Circle Mall. I'm going to talk about computers, which is something I've had an interest in since 1995 when Windows 95 was released. This computer right here is a Packard Bell Legend 1510 Supreme. Let me zoom in there on the model number. And here we go. The DeLorean from Back to the Future. No way, I wish it were though. This is just my 1995 Honda Accord. Hello, this is Billy Core from homeofcarolinacirclemall.com, and today we'll be taking a look at my very first car, which happens to be our oldest car, a 1995 Honda Accord, as I just said. Let's, here we go. And, screen went off of my computer. Okay. This box is very heavy, by the way. A lot going on in here. Okay. Okay, so just the camera there. Oh man, you're important to us. Register today. I bet you it's been years since I've seen something like this. A sealed, brand new, well, not brand new, floppy disk. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You may also support me on Patreon if you would like. Until
until next time, this is Billy Core signing off.